Hello boys and girls, we have finally arrived to day 4, and today for day 4 we're gonna work on globes. We're gonna do sentence endings, we're gonna add the verb, we're gonna fill in the missing numbers. This is for math. We're gonna do is it living for science, and finally we're gonna do what do they need for social studies. Okay, so if you're ready, we're gonna look for our story for day 4. Globes. Okay, here we go. And I just found it. Okay, so the story, today's story, we're gonna focus on these blend, like in the word globes. Here you have a picture of a globe, and of course you can color your globe once you finish reading the story 3 times and answering the questions. So here we go, we're gonna begin reading. The title is Globes, and it says, our teacher is going to let us paint globes. First we need globes. Oh, okay, so first we need gloves. This is something else. This is something that you put in your hands, los guantes. We have green and blue paint. Our teacher said we need to dip our paint brushes in a glob of paint. Then we need to glide the brush across the globe. When it dries, our globes will be glossy. I am so glad we get to paint globes today. And you can go ahead and color one happy face. The first one, because you only read it one time. Okay, so we go back to the title, globes. Here we go. Our teacher is going to let us paint globes. First, we need gloves. We have green and blue paint. Our teacher said we need to dip our paint brushes in a glob of paint. Then we need to glide the brush across the globe. When it dries, our globes will be glossy. I am so glad we get to paint globes today. And you can go ahead and color the second happy face, because this is the second time you read this story. Okay, so we go back to the title. We're gonna read the story one more time, and our story is called Globes. Here we go. Our teacher is going to let us paint globes. First, we need gloves. We have green and blue paint. Our teacher said we need to dip our paint brushes in a glob of paint. Then we need to glide the brush across the globe. When it dries, our globes will be glossy. I am so glad we get to paint globes today. Okay, you go ahead and you color your last happy face. And we are done reading your story, but don't forget, you can always pause the video and you can hear the story as many times as you want, and you can reread it as many times as you want or you need. So before we get to the questions are at the bottom of the page. before we get to our questions, I want you to go ahead and we're gonna circle all the blends that we can see, that we can find in our story. So all the GL blends, all the GL. Here we go. So it says our teacher is going, you have the G, but you see the G but not the L. So no, to let us paint globes. So here we go. We have the GL right here. We circle it right there. First, we need gloves. Gloves also has the GL blend at the beginning. We have green, GR not GL, and blue paint. Our teacher said we need to dip our paint brushes. Paint brushes is a compound word, right? Paint brushes. 2 words in one is a compound word. In a glob. So glob also has that GL at the beginning of paint. Then we need to glide. Glide also has gl at the beginning. Gl, the brush across the globe. So globe, one more time, has gl at the beginning. When it dries, our globes again, will be glossy. So glossy also has glossy at the beginning, GL. I am so glad, glad we get to paint globes today. So globe has a right here, and I'm going to get these all the GL, all the blends that we circle on the screen, so you can go ahead and pause the video now and circle all of them in your paper. Okay, so now we can go to question number 1. Question number 1 says, what do the students need first? It's okay that you don't remember. We go back to the story, and here we go. It says our teacher is going to let us paint what? Globes. That's what they're gonna paint today. First, so we go back to the question, what do the students need first? First is my keyword. First, we need gloves. You need to cover your hands so they don't get dirty. So you can go ahead, what do the students need first? You can actually underline the answer first. We need gloves, but it's actually not us, because we are not in this class where the students are painting globes. We are actually we're not them. So instead of saying we, we're gonna say they. So we go over here, we begin our sentence with uppercase. We begin every sentence with uppercase. First, instead of saying we're not them, we're gonna say they. First, they. You see, I'm leaving a space between my words. They, space now. They need gloves. And do not forget to put a period at the end of the sentence. Okay, so this is question number 2. What color paint will the students use? What color would they use? What color would you use to color a globe? It says we have green and blue paint. So we assume that's the paint, those are the colors that you're gonna use. Green and blue paint. You can underline your answer, green and blue paint. We go to question number 2. What color paint will the students use? You already underline your answer, so you can go back and copy your answer, green and blue paint. And you can actually start by restating the question. So what color would the students use? We can replace the students with day. Do not forget to begin with uppercase. Day. Wheel. Leave a space between the words. Use. Use a green and blue. Or blue and green. Uh-oh. Doesn't fit. It's okay. We'll make it fit over here. And even though we only have a little bit of space, don't forget to put a period at the end. Okay? Our last question, question number 3 says, how will the paint look when it dries? So this is a tricky question. How will the paint look when it dries? The answer to this question should be at the end of the story because this is our last question. So let's come over here and see. It says, then we need to glide the brushes across the globe. When it dries, our globes will be glossy. So even though it doesn't say when it dries, our globes will look glossy. This is actually the answer. Our globes will be glossy. Because then it says, I am so glad we get to paint globes today. So they will actually look glossy. Glossy is right here. And the question says, how will the paint look when it dries? We can say it, uppercase, it, wheel, we're leaving a space between the words, look, glossy, oh, sorry about the G, glossy. Okay, so we're not looking at 2 O's, we're looking at 2 S, glossy. And then we put a period at the end and we're done. You can pause the video now, and if you need to, and you can copy your sentences. Once you're ready, you unpause your video, and then we are ready to move on to our next page. I think we're gonna be writing sentences now. Oh no, not yet. We're gonna do sentence endings. So hopefully this sentence will give you ideas for the next page when we're gonna write sentences. Sentence endings. Determine if the sentence need an exclamation mark. This is your exclamation mark. A question mark. Where's the question mark? Question mark is a girl, has a ponytail. Or a period. This is the period. So exclamation mark, question mark, or period. Let's see. Number 1, it says, ew, I am covered in mud. I say that it is showing a strong feeling, so it should be exclamation mark. Exclamation mark. Ouch, that hurts. This is number 2. Ouch, that hurts. It's again showing a very strong feeling. So once again, exclamation mark when we're showing pain or discomfort. That's exclamation mark. Number 3, where is my ring? Where is my ring? That's a question, right? What do we need at the end of a question? Question mark. All right, here we go to number 4. I wish I could go to. I wish I could go to is telling you something. So whenever a sentence is telling you something, that means that we need to put a period at the end, and that's a telling sentence. It's not an exclamation sentence or a question. It's a telling sentence. We put a period at the end. Joe plays soccer every day. It's not asking you anything or showing a strong feeling. So it's actually telling sentence. We put period at the end. Joe plays soccer every day. Now, number 6. Does Joe play soccer? Does Joe play soccer? It's a question. So you're right if you said question mark at the end, because it is a question mark at the end. My dad will drive us there. It is telling you something, so we put a period at the end. Number 8, where do you live? Where do you live? As a question, so we put a question mark at the end. It's asking you something. Number 9, how many pets do you have? How many pets do you have? It's a question. They want to know how many pets do you have. Okay, number 10. Stop! You are making me angry. This sentence is showing a strong feeling. Stop! You are making me angry. And you also have a contraction here. You're here, we're contracting you and are. You're making me angry. So it is a strong feeling. We put exclamation mark at the end. Number 11. What is your phone number? What is your phone number? It's a question, so we need to add question mark at the end. Number 12. My name is Jack. Here someone is telling you his name. My name is Jack. So we need to put period at the end because it's a telling sentence. Number 13. My older brother made the team. Here we have someone telling you something. My older brother made the team. So this is a telling sentence. We put a period at the end. Number 14. Plants need soil, water, and the sun to grow. This is also a telling sentence. They're telling you what plants need. They need soil, water, and the sun to grow. So we put a period at the end. Number 15. Bats sleep during the day. They're also telling you something about bats. They're telling you a fact about bats. So this is a telling sentence. We put a period at the end. Number 16. We're almost done. When do bats sleep? During the day. But this is a question. When do bats sleep? So if it's a question, we need to put question mark at the end. They're asking you something about the bats. Number 17. Put the dishes away. Put the dishes away. This is actually a command. A command also has a period at the end. It's like a telling sentence. Number 18. Thank you for cleaning your room. Thank you for cleaning your room. This is a telling sentence. They're telling you something, so we put a period at the end. Finally, number 19. It is time to go to the show. It is time to go to the show. Once again, they are telling you something, so they're not asking you or showing a strong feeling. We put a period at the end. Now I'm going to try to get the entire page on the screen. I know there are 19 sentences, but hopefully you'll be able to pause the video if you need to and go ahead and copy your answers. And now we can unpause the video if you're ready and turn the page. Okay, we're gonna do sentences now. We're gonna do sentences with verbs. It says add the verb. And then it says use the following verbs in a sentence. Let's read the verbs before we write our sentence. We have run, play, eating, come, was, yelled. Yelled is in the past. It has ed. Go, start, eat, read, and ease. So I want you to try to actually let's try to use words that we are comfortable with. Easy words that we can sound out, just the way we do it in class. So let's go with run. Don't forget, run is the past of run. So run, it already happened. And I believe you have about 12 words, and we have 12 lines. So we want to use we want to write simple and short sentences. So the first one is run or an. And don't forget that all of these words are verbs. So before you write, you think, what is it that you want to write about? We can say run. An animal can run, and also a person. So you don't want to say a teacup run, because that would be like a make-believe sentence. Okay, so run. We can say, don't forget we begin with uppercase, and we say the dog, the og, the dog run. Very simple and short sentence using words that we know how to spell, because you don't have the word wall with you at home. So the dog run. The second word is gonna be play. The second verb, play. Play. Do not forget we begin with uppercase, leave a space between the words, and put a period at the end. Okay, so our next word is play. Our next verb. Another we're gonna use easy words. How about if we say, we think what we want to say first. We might want to say the children play, or maybe we can say they can play, right? We can sound it out. We can say the children play. The, once again, we begin with uppercase. We say the children, ew, there is a blend, children, play. Play is right here, so you don't have to sound out that word. You can just copy that word. The children play. So this is what we have so far. The dog run, the children play. Next word is gonna be eating. Eating. So eating is happening right now because it has ing at the end. So let's say that the verb is eat. You add ing, you add a new ending. It's happening right now. We know that people and animals are the ones that can eat. So we might want to think something about animals or people eating. We can say the fish are eating, right? So once again, we begin with uppercase. We don't want to write too big, so everything fits in one line. The fish, are eating. I'm gonna move it over here. Eating. And do not forget to put a period at the end. So the fish are eating. Okay. Do not forget you can cross out the words, put a check mark next to it, however you want. Our next verb is come. Another simple sentence using words that you know. Come, or that you can sound out. Come. We already used the 3 times. How about if we say my friend or my friends come to play. My friends come. This is the verb that we're using. It's right over here at the top, so you can just copy the verb. Come to play. So this is our 4th sentence, and it says my friends come to play. Period at the end. Alright, so here we go with the verb was. Was is the past of is. So this, we have to write a sentence about something that already happened. So you can say we already used the, we already used mine. So how about if we say I was at home. I was at home. I uppercase I was at home. Now you cannot hear that silent E at the end, but it's there. We must write it. I was at home. All right. We're moving on to another verb. And this verb is also in the past. Yelled. It has ed. So this is a regular verb. All we have to do to put it in the past is to add ed. On the other hand, was, it's an irregular verb because in the present we say she is or it is. In the past you say she was or it was. So this is an irregular verb, just like run. Okay, so yelled. It also happened. So we have to write something that already happened. Yelled. So we can say the kids yelled. The kids yelled. Yell is the verb, and then we add ed because it already happened. Yelled. The kids yelled. Okay, so we're missing half of the words already. We have go. Super easy verb, right? Go. Go is also an irregular verb because if you want to say go in the past, you have to say went. Go. So now we're not going to use went, we're going to use go. How about if we say I can go. I can go. I can go where? I can go. Or you can simply say I can go, right? Someone asks you, can you come with me? You say, yes, I can go. I can go. Period at the end, and you have a sentence. I can go. Okay, our next one is am. So am is a very special verb, form of the verb be, to be, because am is only used for I. So now we have to use I, unless we want to ask a question. But it's okay, we're gonna write sentences, no questions. So we can say I am, and I want you to write your age. If you had your birthday already, you're gonna say I am 7 years old. If you didn't have your birthday yet, you're gonna say I am 6 years old. We're gonna say I am 6. Some of you are still 6 years old. I made a mistake here. 6 years old. And we put a period at the end. I am 6 years old. If you're 7, you can replace that 6 with a 7. Alright? Or you can come up with your own sentence. It's okay with me. Okay, so start. And every time we look at this verb at school, I always use the example of the games, the video games. When you're gonna begin a video game, it says start. So we can say the game is going to start, right? The uppercase, or we can say the game will start. The game will start. Start is your verb. And we put a period at the end. We read it one more time. The game will start. Alright, we only have 2 more verbs. We have read or read is in a word wall. And we have is. But first we're going to do read or read. Read. We're going to use read. Read is the type of verb that stays the same in the present and in the past. So you can say read or you can say read. We're going to use it in the present. You can say, we already use I, and we already use that to begin the sentence, and my. So how about if now we say he. He can read. He can read. He can read. That's our sentence. And then our last one, boys and girls, our last verb is gonna be is. Is. It's the present for was. So is in the present. It's happening right now. So we can say the time. How about if we say it is 2 o'clock. 2 o'clock. Remember when we were learning about the time? We don't say 2:00, 2:00. No, we say it is 2 o'clock. Alright, so I'm going to try to get all these sentences on the screen to see if you can go ahead. Pause the video and copy your sentences. Once you finish, you can unpause the video and then we can continue, because now we're going to continue to math. Okay, so this was our last page for reading, and now we're gonna fill in the missing numbers. We're gonna do a little bit of counting. We're gonna write the missing numbers all the way to 100. Okay, so here we have 1. The number that goes after 1 is, let me see if I can bring this down a little bit. Sorry about that. After 1 goes 2. And after 2 goes 3, is already there. After 3 goes 4, then 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And I think I can bring my my packet back. So 10, 11, 12. After 12 goes 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18 is already done, 19, and 20 is already there for you. So we continue. 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28 is already there for you, 29, and 30. And then we move on to 31, 32, 33 is already there, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, 61, 62, 63, 64 is already there, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69, 70, 71, 72, 73, 74, 75, 76, 77, 78, 79, 80, 81, 82, 83, 84, 85, 86, 87, 88, 89, 90. We're almost at 100. 91, 92, 93, 94, 95, 96, 97, 98, 99, and finally 100. Yay! We did it. Okay, so here we go, boys and girls. I'm gonna try to get the entire page on the screen. Now, before we move, we turn to the next page, I want you to notice something. I know it's kind of hard to count all the way to 100, but this is what I want you to notice. Like, look at the numbers at the top, 1 through 10. Those are very easy for you already. And even 11 through 20. All of you, most of you can do it already. But here comes a problem. And I want you to see, the only thing that changes, boys and girls, is the tens. So here after 10, it's all the numbers have 1 10. Have 1 at the 1. And then after 19, you're going to have all the numbers, the tens. Look at the tens. The tens, all of the numbers have 2 tens now. Don't forget the first digit is your tens. And then after 29, all of the numbers have 3 tens. 3 tens, 3 tens, 3 tens. It's like the same thing repeats over and over. Then after 39, all your numbers have 4 tens. 4 tens, 4 tens. And the ones is the same thing. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then after 49, all your numbers have 5 tens. You see? 5 tens. And then all your ones are the same. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then after 59, all your numbers have 6 tens. 6 tens. 6 tens. All of them have 6 tens. 6 tens. Until 69. Then after 69, all your numbers have 7 tens. 7 tens. And the ones, they remain the same. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. The only thing that changes is that now with 7 tens in front, we don't say only 0, we say 70, 71, 72, 73, 74, 75, 76, 77, 78, 79, and then after 79, the tens change again. The first digit changes again. You have 8 tens, 8 tens, 8 tens, 8 tens. All of them have 8 tens. And then after 89 comes 9 tens. But the ones, they remain the same. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then after 99, you can see that you don't have any more one digit tens. Now you have 2 digits tens. You have 10 tens. 10 tens for 100. Alright, so now for the next one. For the next one, I'm gonna try to get this one more time on the screen. I'm sorry about that fly. It's being inside the house since this afternoon. My kids in and out of the house, running in and out of the house to the backyard. Okay, so if you need to, you can pause the video. Once you're ready, you can unpause the video and let's continue. If you need to go back to this 100 chart, you can go back as many times as you need, because in this page that I want you to do on your own, on this page, you're gonna write the missing numbers. So what number goes before 3? You don't have to begin at 1 all the time. You have to think, what number goes before 3? Before 3 comes 2. Oh, but fly. Okay, after 3 goes 4. And then after 4 goes 5. And then what number goes after 5? Or what number goes before 7? You can go back to your 100 chart now, to the one that you just did, and do this one by yourself. Okay, so here you just have to write a few numbers. And then we're done with math. And we are gonna do, is a living. We're gonna see. We're gonna put a check mark, or we can also put an X. And then at the end, we're gonna decide, is it living? We're gonna decide if it's living or no. Okay, so the first one says, needs food or sun. Do babies need food or sun? Yes, they do. We put a check mark. Needs air? Yes. Produces offspring, yon. Yes, when the baby grows up, baby will be able to have other babies. Does it move? Does it move? Yes. We're actually gonna put a check mark, and then our last one, is it living? Yes. All right. So let's take a look at the ladybug. It looks like a ladybug, right? Okay. So needs food or sun? Yes. Needs air? Yes. Produces offspring or young? Yes. The ladybug can have baby ladybugs. Does it move? Does it move? Yes. We put a check mark. Is it living? Yes. It is a living thing. All right. We go to the table. Let's see the table. Needs food or sun? No. So we put a check. Instead of putting a check mark, we're gonna put an X. A table doesn't need food or sunlight. The next one says needs air. Table doesn't need air. Produces offspring, young. Can a table have baby tables? No. Okay, how about move? Does it move? No. You can move the table, and the table will move if you move it, but the table cannot move on its own. So is it living? No. Tables are not living things. Then we have the Jack-in-a-Box. Jack-in-a-Box is a toy. It's a toy. Is a toy a does it need food or sun? No. The second question, needs air? No. Toys don't need air. Produces offspring, young. Can I have a baby Jack-in-a-Box? Can he walk? Can he move? No. So it means that it's not a living thing. Alright, and here we go to our last picture, rooster. Boys and girls, can a rooster does a rooster need food or sun? Yes. We put a check mark. Our next question, need air? Air. Yes, of course. Rooster breathe air. Produces offspring, young. Yes. He's the father of the chicks, the baby chicks. Can he move? Can he walk? Yes, of course. And finally, is it a living thing? Yes, it is. So we put yes. I'm trying to get these entire page on the screen, so you can go ahead and pause the video if you need to. And copy your answers. If you're ready, we're gonna move on to our next page, which is the last one, social studies for today. And now, boys and girls, for this one says, what do they need? Well, you're gonna need crayons, you're gonna need scissors, and you're gonna need a glue stick. If you don't have one, if you don't have these supplies, it's time to look around for them now. Because now you are going to look at these pictures at the bottom. It's better if you put them like this for a few minutes. So these are the things that you will use in a kitchen. A cook will use these utensils: a measuring cup, a spoon, and a mixing bowl. Here we have a police badge, and you have like a walkie-talkie, right? Over here you have a bag, and you have some letters. I think these could be used by a mail carrier. Here we have some paint and paint brushes. Maybe this is something that we will use in art class, or maybe an artist can use this. Here we have a book. I'm sorry. And we have paper and pencil. I'm sorry. And finally over here you have a big brush and a kind of paint. So these are these might be used not by an artist, but by a painter. So these are things that you can use that you might need to paint a wall or to paint the outside of your house. So these are all community helpers. Here you have you see, I think he has a paintbrush, so he might be a painter Here we have a cook, la cocinera, el pintor. Here we have the teacher. Here we have the police officer. Okay, so this one is in uniform. It says U.S. So it might be for the postal service. He may be the mail carrier. And finally, here we have a painter. So if you look at her hat, it's like a special hat that was used by painters in the past. But not actually the painter like this painter over here. She's more like an artist. Okay, so you're gonna go ahead and you're gonna match the picture of the things that these community helpers need to or use to the correct community helper. So the cook, you're gonna, I think you should color your pictures first, and then you can cut and glue them on these spaces over here. So these this is for the cook. Excuse me, this is gonna go to the police officer. This is gonna go to the mail carrier. This one is gonna go to the artist. This one is gonna go to the teacher. And finally this one, the big bucket with paint and the big paintbrush is gonna go to the painter. Okay, boys and girls, that was it for today, for day 4 of the packet 2. So I'll see you tomorrow for our last day of packet 2. Big kiss and big hug, and hope to see you soon. Bye.